Hello, good day viewers. In this tutorial, I will introduce a new topic to you, which is called what? Matrices. Introduction to matrices. Some people will be here on something called matrix. What is matrices? What is matrices? So, to understand matrix, you have to know the two things. You have to know what is what. You have to know the row, and you have to know what? You have to know column. Before I proceed, if you are new in here, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. So therefore, what is row? Row. If I say row, if you could remember in your secondary school or primary school, your teacher will say row 1, row 2, row 1 she's supposed to read this on the board, row 2 she's supposed to read it. So as you can hear the word row, it means what? It means what? Like what? Row, like a what? Like a horizontal. What of what? Column. Column is what? It's like a vertical. So therefore, row. This is what we call. Let's say I have what? 2, 3, 4 to infinity. Let me close my bracket here. So therefore, this is what we call row. This is row. So therefore, what is column? What is column? So column. Let's say I have 2, 3, 5, 6. So therefore, this is what? This is what I call what? Column. This is column and this is what? This is row. So therefore, you have to first identify row and what? Column in what? In introduction to what matrices. Because if you are new in what matrices, you must to know the row and you must to know what? You must to know column. The next thing I need you to know in what? In introduction to what matrix, if you are a beginner in what? In matrices. So therefore, you have to know what? The number of rows and what? Number of what? Columns. You will be heard of something, let's say 2 by 2 matrix, 3 by 3 matrix, let me say 2 by 1 matrix, and something else. So what is 2 by 2 matrix? 2 by 2 matrix is what? Is a square matrix. What is square matrix? A square matrix is a matrix that what? Has the same number of what? Rows and what? Has the same number of what? Of column. Let's see, for example, let's say I have 2, 3, and 1, and what? Let's say 5. So therefore, this is square matrix because what? It has the same number of rows and also has the same number of what? Number of columns. I hope you get it right. So there is what? Zero matrix. This is what we call zero matrix. This is what we call zero matrix because anything is what? Is zero there. So therefore, this is what we call zero matrix. And therefore, we have identity matrix. What is identity matrix? If I say identity matrix, it is a matrix whereby the diagonal of it is what? 1. But the rest of what? Of the element of what? Of the matrix are what? 0. Let me show you how how the identity matrix it is. This is what we call identity matrix. 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 and 1. So therefore, this is what we call what? An identity matrix. We have square matrix, we have zero matrix, we have identity matrix, we have 3 by 3 matrix, we have 4 by 2 matrix, and what? And rest. So therefore, this is what we call the identity matrix. So I know that identity, if you are new in what matrix, you will not know identity matrix. But if you go to Gaussian elimination, if you check my videos, you will see the Gaussian elimination and Gauss-Jordan elimination. So therefore, more especially Gauss-Jordan elimination, that is a method that we always use what? We always use the identity matrix, because if we are going to use the Gauss-Jordan elimination what to find what, if we are going to use Gauss-Jordan elimination methods, we must follow the identity matrix. Yeah, I'm telling you this. If you go to the Gauss-Jordan elimination, you will see that if you are going to use the method, you must put what? Identity matrix. And if you are dealing with the inverse of matrix, after finding the inverse of matrix, if you multiply the matrix, the inverse of what? Let me say, suppose you find the inverse of what? Matrix. This is, let's say A is the inverse of the matrix, but the original matrix, let's say B is the inverse of the matrix, the final solution of the inverse of the matrix. But what? The original question, which is A, if you multiply by what? B, it must give you what? Identity. So this is what identity matrix. Whenever you see the diagonals are what? Completely one. So this is what we call what? The identity matrix. So therefore, let me show you something. Addition of matrix. Suppose I have 2, 3, 4, and what? And 5 plus what? Plus 3, 4, and what? 2, and what? And 3. So I have to add this matrix. If I'm going to add this matrix, each and every element inside what? Inside the row and column should what? Add with the same row and what? Column. For instance, 2 plus what? Plus 3, which is what? 5. And therefore 3 plus 4, which is what? 7. And therefore 4 plus 2, which is what? 6. 5 plus 3, which is what? 8. So therefore this is the addition of what? Addition of matrix. Therefore the same thing, if you are going to subtract, and the same thing if you are having what? Maybe you have what? 3 by what? 3 by 3 matrix. So if you are going to add it, you are going to use what? This way. Let me see for the subtraction. Suppose I'm having what? 0, 1, and what? 2, 2, and what? And 3, and therefore, sorry, and therefore minus what? Minus 3, minus 3, okay, sorry, minus 3, 2, 1, and what? 1 and 2. Suppose you are asked to minus, let's say here is A and let's say here is B. And you are asked to what? To subtract A minus B. Matrix A minus what? Minus matrix B. So therefore 0 minus 3, it will be equals to what? Minus 3. And therefore 1 minus 2 will be equals to what? Minus 1. And therefore 2 minus 1 will be equals to 1. And therefore 3 minus 2 will be equals to what? 3 minus 2 will be equals to 1. So therefore this is what? The final answer of A minus B. It gives us what? A square matrix. So therefore, let me show you another example under it. Suppose you are given A as what? 2, 3, 4, and what? 2. And therefore, B it is equals to 1, 2, 3, and what? And 5. And therefore, the question says you are to find 2A plus what? Plus 3B. 2A plus 3B. So how can you find this? Suppose I have 2. Okay, sorry. I have 2. So therefore, the matrix A, the square matrix, have 2, and therefore 3, 4, 2, and therefore plus 3. This is B, 1, 2, 3, and what? And 5. So I have to multiply 2 by each of what? Of the element inside this square matrix. The same thing inside here. 2 multiplied by 2, which is 4. 2 multiplied by 3, which is 6. 2 multiplied by 4, which is 8. 2 multiplied by 2, which is what? Which is 4. Plus what? 3 multiplied by 1, which is 3. 3 multiplied by 2, which is 6. And 3 multiplied by 3, which is 9. And 5 multiplied by 1, 3, or 3 multiplied by 5, which is what? Which is 15. Yeah. And therefore I have to add what? This square matrix. So therefore 4 plus what? 4 plus 3, which is 7. 6 plus 6, which is 12. 8 plus what? 8 plus 9. I'm having what? If I add 1 here, I'm having 10. I'm left with what? 7. So therefore I'm having what? 17. So therefore I'll have 17. 4 plus what? 15, which is 19. So therefore This is all I have for you in introduction to matrices. In the next video, maybe we shall see what the main multiplication of what of matrices, how to multiply matrices in what, how to multiply matrices, or maybe you will be given, let's say 2a plus what, plus x what, plus xa. You are to find what the value of xa, or let me say what, 2x what, 2xa, and rest. So therefore, maybe in the next video we shall see what, we shall see how to find what the multiplication of what, of matrices. So this is all I have for you for today. Kindly subscribe to my channel and don't forget, like, comment, ask questions, feel free to DM me. So for today, I will say goodbye.